If you ask most people to describe a domestic cat, the words come easily: aloof, fiercely independent, and perfectly happy to treat you like a mildly annoying roommate who occasionally opens up cans of food. But anyone living with a cat knows that reputation falls apart the moment you sit down. They bypass the empty furniture to crash directly on your chest, stare closely when you're unwell, and vocalize at your every move. This physical demand is a direct contradiction to the idea of a solitary animal. It suggests the popular view of the aloof cat ignores a layer of their psychology that remains deeply juvenile. Animal behaviorists look at those clingy habits and see something else entirely. They see the execution of deeply embedded survival programming. To make sense of it, we have to untangle a bizarre interspecies paradox regarding who is actually mothering who in your house. Unraveling this starts by looking at the exact moment a fully grown adult tot biologically reverts to their earliest days in the nest. Sleep is the most defenseless state a cat ever experiences. When they are knocked out cold, their threat monitoring systems shut down entirely. They cannot watch for predators, and they cannot run. So when a cat ignores a perfectly safe, isolated bed to sleep fully exposed on top of you, they are making a calculated choice. They are handing over all responsibility for their physical safety directly to a human. They do this because the steady rise and fall of your breathing and your body heat triggers a specific biological memory. It simulates the exact sensory environment of a kitten sleeping in a warm heap against their mother. In the moment they drift off to your heartbeat, they stop treating you like a companion. Functionally, you become the mother cat. This dynamic holds up under rigorous scientific testing. In 2019, researchers at Oregon State University ran cats through the Secure-Base Test, a psychological metric originally designed to measure attachment styles in human infants. This diagram shows how the researchers mapped the infant test onto felines. They placed an owner in the center of an unfamiliar room to act as a fixed anchor, and measured how far the cat would confidently wander from them. The data showed that roughly 2/3 of cats use their human the exact same way a baby uses their mother, as a source of security to measure the safety of their environment. You see this play out in your own living room. It is why your cat suddenly appears the moment you get sick, go quiet, or deviate from your normal daily routine. This check-in stems from a shift in their baseline of safety. It is a juvenile distress response, a physical return to the person they rely on for stability. The way they communicate with that anchor is even stranger. Adult cats almost never meow at other cats. They hiss, they growl, and they trill, but the meow is virtually absent from feline to feline interactions. That sound is an evolutionary artifact. It is an acoustic tool built specifically for kittens to signal to their mothers that they are cold or hungry. Looking at this chart tracking vocal development, you can see how feral cats naturally abandon this sound entirely as they reach adulthood. But domestic cats preserve the meow, keeping it permanently elevated. They preserve this highly specific juvenile distress signal for exactly one audience on Earth: you. Every meow at a food bowl or a closed door is a cat using their mother tongue to address the one creature they have filed under mom. But this maternal dynamic runs in both directions. In the second half of the relationship, the entire biological structure flips. Take grooming. A cat's rough sandpaper tongue is used for allo-grooming, a behavior they strictly reserve for maintaining the hygiene of close family members and newborn kittens. When they forcefully lick your hand or your hair, they are stepping into the maternal role. They have assessed you as a hairless, totally inadequate family member who cannot clean themselves properly, and they are taking over the job. The exact same instinct drives them to drop dead bugs or toys at your feet. In the wild, a mother brings prey back in stages to teach her young how to survive. Your cat has clocked that you never catch anything on your own, so they bring you lessons to teach an incompetent kitten how to hunt. Through these specific physical actions, the cat biologically appoints themselves as your caretaker, completely reversing the dynamic. To be their mother, they had to become yours. This flowchart illustrates how the human-cat bond actually operates. It is a continuous, reciprocal maternal loop, an ongoing psychological paradox. Both species are fulfilling a deep evolutionary need for family, oscillating back and forth between roles to ensure the other survives. This complex biological overlap proves that the cold, solitary feline is a myth. The next time your cat meows from the hallway, aggressively grooms your arm, or drops a toy at your feet, view those actions through the lens of mutual parenting. To your cat, you are both the invincible ground their safety is built upon and the helpless child they are fiercely obligated to protect.